sit and wait to see what you all are gonna do.
She's your queen to be, your object of affection.
Okay.
I always try to move my camera like this.
I got my pop solo, y'all.
This is a project for me. You see this?
What
you got going on there, Chris?
You see all those papers and all that kind of stuff?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's why I always go like this. I'm like, ooh, I don't want this. Even though it's straight on. Hey,
TT's got her pop solo.
What is that, like a karaoke mic or?
It's my karaoke pop solo mic, and it's a wedding because we're talking married at first sight.
Married at first sight. This is of this season. This is our second
episode.
Yes, of season 13.
I have opinions of the wazoo.
Listen,
I have notes.
You took notes.
I think I need to take notes from now on. I really do.
I'm not taking notes
because there's so many things, small things. There's small
that's
things
what it is. It's
that I'm like,
I try and write. But who do we want to start with today? Because it's the second episode. We had 2 marriages.
2 marriages, yes.
And what?
2 have already been married.
2. Bao and Johnny.
Right. And the other one.
And Michaela and Zach.
And Zach. Can I say?
Now they have the 2 new ones.
Yeah. But
this episode is 2 more marriages.
Right. But the last episode was only
2.
We only focused on those 2.
And now we got these 2.
I was extremely happy watching Michaela and Zach.
I was too.
Oh my God. She looked beautiful when she just stepped into that. And she does. She exudes happiness. And that's what she, and he does too.
Yeah.
And I keep thinking about like some of the clips that we saw so far. And like, it looks like, there's anger and drama. I'm hoping that's just like, how they did us with like just the teaser of it not happening, because really their families they're solid, good family background. And these 2 people are really solid. They should be able to make it.
It's only the youth thing. That's the only thing. I mean, I am totally on board with you. I saw, you could see it. What I liked about it is when they walk down the aisle and they're standing there in front of each other, he's nervous as fuck.
Oh, yeah. All that crying.
He's like a black lab. He is just happy to be there, wagging his fucking tail, enjoying being. He's like, I just want to get married to somebody. I just want to be married. I don't care who it is. I'm so happy to be in this situation. So he's like a charge. He's like a black lab. He's just so happy. When she looked at him, she was like, you could see it in her eyes going, okay, what is he? What? Okay. And then she was like, okay. And then she was like, ooh. Like,
I was impressed with him.
And you could see it in her eyes too. She was like, oh, okay, I can work with this. And he's just like, you're most beautiful. You're my wife. I mean, he's kind of like not a Stepford wife, but she's obviously going to steer the ship. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. But he's kind of, you think.
Yeah, I would have to
hope. Because here's the thing. Here's
Go ahead, Tom. Go ahead, T. Go.
Here's what I got out of this. I liked their wedding. And I have to say that in the history of Married at First Sight, their wedding, outside of even Amani and Woody's, their wedding was the bomb. Because I liked when he's like, hello, beautiful. And she's like, hello, beautiful.
Right.
I love that. And as a clinician, for me, it's all about the eye contact.
Yes.
It's all about eyes. Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm a firm believer of eyes are the windows to the soul.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they were looking at each other They didn't know each other, but the way they were looking at each other, I was like, this is going to work. This is going to work. The way she looked at him, he looked at her.
He would look at anybody that way. I think she was like, you could see it in her. I mean, I'm not worried about him and his loyalty and him trying hard. I'm not worried about that stuff. I'm worried about her being too much for him. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but or she's seeing him and going, oh, because she's a little picky too.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, okay, I can work. You could see in her eyes, she's like, I can work with this.
She said, you're gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. You're gorgeous. Right. But let me just say,
I'm about this. So that's instant electricity between the two of them, and she's a freak. You can tell
you already know she's a freak.
You already know because she already talked about at her bachelorette party about the last dude she was fucking, and she was talking about her toys, and she was talking about. Remember, she reached down to him, her husband, and he goes, "Oh, you reaching down there?" She's like, "Yeah, I want to see what you're working with." I was like, "Oh,
yeah, you're gonna learn today."
Yeah,
she's going, and if tonight or whatever, sir, I ain't talking to you tonight or whenever the last thing comes up, that the honeymoon night. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of think.
And if he, because didn't he say he wanted to wait a little bit? Would he?
No, that
was what's there. So I don't know. I just feel like the only thing with him, what's his name again?
Zach.
I'm gonna call him Black.
Zach.
Yeah. You gonna call him what?
Black Lab. He's like a big dog. He's like a happy Black Lab. I love Black Labs, but they're all like,
it's Zach. Black Zach.
He's like, I want to get married. Yeah.
No, but Zach, that was Zach's thing. Like Zach's life. Like Zach is that dude that is like, as a woman, Zach was always that woman that we all know. We all, Shahida, you already know. We all have that one woman in our clique that is like, all I want to do is be married. I was born to get married and have children. I was stunned that Zach, and it made me kind of like put me on the fence with him, where I was like, do you really want to be married? Or are you just doing it for, the shit?
I think he really does want it, but it's almost too much for me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's way too much.
I've already written my vows. I wrote my vow before I met him. I was like, really, dude?
And then when they got to the wedding and got to like the hotel, and he's crying, like he's talking to his brothers, and he's crying. And I'm like, dude, you haven't even even met your wife yet, and you crying.
It's a bit much.
It's a bit much.
That's what I'm saying. He's like a happy. He just wants it so bad, and it's like it doesn't matter who it would be. Yes, I'll take you. Yes.
He's like an average woman. He's like an average woman, whether it be black or white or indifferent. That's like, I just want to be married, and I finally found somebody.
Right.
And now that's going to be my person.
Yes.
And now I'm going to be happy with that.
And I'll do whatever it takes.
I'll do whatever it takes to
like,
make
till
them
death do we part.
happy.
He's like, I am yours forever.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this. We've on an aside talked about how much of a problem I have saying something like that to say for the rest of my. We talked about this for the rest of my life, and I promised to be there. And I haven't been. Obviously, I haven't gotten married, but to be able to sit up there and stand in front of a bunch of people and say that, you gotta mean that. You gotta mean that. You gotta mean that. So when he was like, I believe him when he's like, till death, whatever it takes, we got to work it out, this and the other. And as long as she can be like, okay, let me work with him, she's going to have to work with him. Does that make sense? She's going to have to be like, okay, we can do this. I need him to step up in this a little bit. His who knows what it's going to be like. You know what I mean?
I feel like I get you all's point and, kind of making him out to be the emotional one in the relationship. But and I've definitely seen that because the crying was emotional and I didn't think it was too much. I mean, some people are I didn't. I just thought that, he was
most people don't
with emotion.
You didn't cry, you said beforehand?
Huh?
Or you didn't cry beforehand, or you said you didn't
I didn't cry?
Yeah.
No.
Did you say you didn't cry? I thought you said, because people do that. They cry before they get married.
I'm saying that, you know, some people get overwhelmed with emotions and they cry. He just seems like that type of person. You see him even when he's talking to his parents. He's emotional. He's an emotional being.
Yeah.
You know, so he kind of wears his heart on his sleeve type of person.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how he is on his day-to-day. Like, you know, how he connects with people without seeming like he's an emotional. How he
yes,
his emotion,
how he walks in the world,
right? How he handles being emotional in the real world, and how that is going to translate in his marriage. So I really liked him. I really think that he is in it to win it. But I don't feel like I feel like I don't like the Labrador analogy that much.
Well, when I say a black lab, everybody loves. I don't know anybody who doesn't love a black lab. Mm-hmm. They're loyal, they're fast, they're strong, they're overall great dog. There's nothing wrong with a black lab. Is an amazing dog, but there's so many black labs. I mean, it's not like special. Right. You know, there's nothing special, mm-hmm. but it's like. But I would never say no to a black lab. I would, if someone said, "You want a black?" Of course.
But there's not so many men like him, though, that are emotional like that.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah. I mean, that's
rare to see a man that emotional.
I was thinking black lab in terms of how he views marriage. And being married, and he's just like, it's the greatest thing in the world. I want it to be the greatest. Not in terms of him being at that.
Got you.
But the attitude of marriage is like, oh my God, it's the greatest thing in the world. You know, does that make sense?
No. Oh, yes.
As a dude,
with you all,
as a man,
as a dude. Yes. I mean,
I don't think that's gonna last.
Bridezillas.
Oh, you don't think the marriage will last?
I don't think that whole where he was like, you know, I just want to,
marriage.
Until
it hits him in the face.
Until it hits him in the face. Yes, I agree with you, Chris.
We'll see.
He's out there, but I don't think that's gonna last.
Really? Oh, you're giving it a thumb down, really?
Because of you think that he'll be like, you know what, this is not what I wanted.
Because I think he's so involved with himself and what his expectations of himself is that I don't think that he's going to. That's not going to work with her. No, because she's so stubborn and so out there. That's not going to work.
But the only reason why
I would like to think that it may, because I'm going to say this. Their wedding was the best wedding I've ever seen in a long time.
That was fun.
It was better than Woody and Armani's wedding for me.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody got along. The family seemed to, and I love the family because I feel like, you know, I mean, that's half the battle sometimes. If you have a real supportive family and they not ghetto and getting shit going, I mean, they seem very supportive and loved each one of them. So we'll see. I mean, I got my fingers crossed for them. I have my fingers and
my toes crossed for Michaela and Jake. Zach. Michaela and Zach. I think they're going to work.
I think it's the only thing is the maturity age thing. That's and she's not 33. She's only 30.
She's only 30,
only 3 years, which is not as bad.
27.
Yeah.
Not as bad. But still, it's going to be a factor. It's still going to be a factor. If he was 33, it'd be a done deal.
Yeah.
He could be an old soul. That would be interesting to see.
There has been an old soul, no.
What?
Nothing.
But I mean, it might be a hindrance because we all thought that he was like immature, but I don't know how we got that age difference. So
yeah, I don't know. I think I threw that out.
How that happened, but
there's a 4-year age difference between them two.
No, it's only 3.
27,
27 and she's 30.
Oh yeah, okay. All right, we good.
All right, so we got thumbs up for that.
I give them 2 thumbs up.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I give them 2 thumbs up.
All right.
I think they're gonna work.
And then
listen, we're not going through everybody. We're just going on the episode. But we gotta talk about Merla and Gil.
When we say that to last.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the juicy one.
All right. So the next
We can
one
get into it.
I
We want
have
to get into it, but we'll spend the whole time talking about them. Sorry, Shita.
No, I'm sorry. Because in my notes, the next one that they talked about was Bao and Johnny. Because I just went as
let's do a quick Bao and Johnny. I mean, that was really nothing.
I know, but you know what? I absolutely loved when people honor their cultural traditions.
Exactly. That tea ceremony had me shook. I
loved
liked
it.
That was really nice.
And you saw so much more of his personality.
Mm-hmm.
Like, remember, you know.
And you see her loosening up, too.
Mm-hmm.
He's finally like, okay, it's going to be okay. I think it's going to be okay. She, the fact that she's even saying, oh, I think it's perfect. But in her mind, she's going, oh my God, you can't be perfect. It can't be perfect. It can't be perfect. You know, you hear, she's so scared, but it's like, she can hear herself calming herself. Yeah, everything is great. I mean, our family, I insisted on the wedding tea ceremony, and that's what we had. So you can almost hear, like, I can't believe it, that is actually set up with the only person who I haven't seen in 14 years that I know already, who is Vietnamese, just like me, that I know who he is, that was a player, and now I'm going to marry him. And all of Houston. That is amazing. It's amazing. And that's the only dude for her in the world, basically. Really. That's the only dude for her in the world. Is this dude.
I agree with you.
Is this dude.
What I thought was, I mean, I do see him now after seeing him at the wedding, but I didn't before, because when he kept saying, oh, he's a player. And I'm like, really? This OCD dude is a player? Because I just can't see him. But he showed a lot more of his personality.
Swag, OCD swag.
I was like, how are you playing with all these different women? And you, what was one of the craziest things he said about that washing the hands, or it was
he's like, yeah, exactly.
There was some like really like,
you have to shower when you wake up and when you go to sleep, and wash your hands after.
The showering part's not like really OCD.
No, but like insisting
on in between that was crazy. But anyway. Oh, well, the next person on my list, we did get to go in Maryland, but we're saving that for last, right?
Well, that's the only last person. People.
No, we got.
Brian and Brett. Now, can I say one thing about?
Please, Shahida. This seems like it's your favorite. So please, you start always with this couple. Whatever you want to say, and then we'll talk about it. No, that's not. I'm serious. Like you like talking about this couple, and I have like. Go ahead.
No, you think I like talking about Ryan and Brett?
I do, because you love Brett. I think you really like Brett.
I think you're talking about Tanya. Tanya's the one that Brett is so beautiful. She loves the red hair. I never said anything about these people.
Yes, I did say that about Brett.
I'm like looking at Brett, and I'm like,
I'm not looking at Ryan.
Oh, my bad. So my bad. Go ahead.
But I was on the fence about Ryan because dating all those women. Right. But I really liked his flowers to the mother.
I love that.
And the sneakers. I love that. That was cute.
I did. I love that. And what Brett should have did as a good bitch, she should have taken off her shoes and put them sneakers on. That's what I would have done. If I was the bride, I'd have been like, okay, my shoes, I'm gonna put the sneakers on that he gave me.
Walk down the aisle with them?
Yeah, I would walk down the aisle with him. And with the long dress, she didn't have a short dress. She had a long dress. I'd have walked down the aisle with my long dress, and then when I got to him, I'd have lifted up my dress a little bit and be like, pow, here we go. Because I love it. I probably
wouldn't have, but I love the gesture. I thought it showed a little bit of his personality.
Yeah.
And because I couldn't get a fix on him other than the fact that he dated all those women and couldn't find anybody. That's just.
Well, he's a typical dude, and where are we at? Atlanta, Texas?
I think it's the fact that now he's in a situation. You get what you ask for. You want to be married this badly? We're going to find someone for you. And now he's like, okay, let me see if I can work within these parameters with this woman. But Brett is a beautiful woman. as you said, she's nice even with she has larger teeth. That's fine. But I can't. I feel bad because whenever I see her, sometimes I automatically, she's like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like I swear to God, it looks like she's related.
Oh my God, Chris! I saw that like.
Did she not look like
half an
hour,
hour, 45 minutes
This is a
ago?
picture. I mean, this is because she has some looks every now and then. She has a look like that, and I'm like, oh my God, that's Carrot Top. And I was like, that's so weird. It's like
but it's not that bad.
Listen, next time you watch it, think Carrot Top in your head, and see if you know what Carrot Top, what kind of stuff he does. He does like kind of this.
I know what Carrot Top does, but I don't think she portrays that. I think it's just. I think it's just the internet perpetrating.
Strictly a look. Strictly a look.
Yeah.
And her list. Anyway, I'll screens grab something. I'll be like Carrot Top, Carrot Top, Carrot Top. See it. So that's next time. Anyway,
I can definitely see it. I don't like the color of her hair.
I don't either. I'm not a big red hair.
I like the color, and I'm not a big red hair fan, but I like the color of her hair.
Yeah. I mean, she seems like a nice person, and there's still, we didn't get to the vows on them. We just got to that we
just got to the entrance.
Yeah, just to the intro. So yeah.
And what's interesting about that, I would have a tough time marrying someone not knowing what their hair color is.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
But I'm pretty sure that probably they'll see like pictures of each other and he'll know. I mean, but
the first time you want to see your wife, you're gonna be like, oh, that's what it looks like, and she's like, no, she has. Does that make sense? I don't know.
Yeah,
I think dyeing your hair like that. Well, she already had it that way.
Yeah,
drawing it back or drawing something.
Agreed.
Well, not even taking it. If she did that, she would have taken a chance before her wedding day, and that would not have been a good sign. So, stick with the red hair, and we'll see. Anyway, but she looked nice in her dress. And I think they're going to work out, though. I think he really, really wants it, and I think he's a nice guy. I think he's emotional too. This is like the emotional. Johnny's emotional. They're all emotional, except for the fireman.
That is true. I feel like he was. I still don't have that. I'm still not solid on anything with them. I'm giving them the thumbs up only because I can't really read them well.
Right.
Like
we have to see what the wedding's going to be like.
Yeah, it's almost like they're so dull that I don't have anything.
Right, I feel you.
So we'll see. I'm still giving them the thumbs up, but I don't know. What about Rachel and Jose? I'm feeling for Rachel. I'm just mad at Dr. Cal. What?
I don't think that relationship is gonna work. It's not gonna work. Thumbs down.
What were you whispering?
Wait a second. I don't like. I'm not a fan of his.
Of who?
Pastor Cal.
No, not Pascal. Jose.
No, me neither.
I don't like him.
I'm not either.
I'm mad at Pastor Cal because he's the type of person I feel for a person that was so insecure that he will ravage her security. I mean, and I know she's trying to talk herself up. I lost 30 pounds and I really feel good about myself. I don't feel it. And listening to her friends and how she was talking, I got you. I'm concerned.
I'm really,
about her mental health.
And I don't know if he's going to be attracted to her.
Right.
Really?
Agreed.
I don't know what kind of woman he would pull though. You know what I mean? I can't tell. How tall is he? Like 5'7"? Is he like a short guy?
I know.
Right? Seems short to me.
Short.
And that suit, that tuxedo. Can we talk about that tuxedo? Where was he
with all the bling bling?
Like he looked like he was doing a Vegas act or something. That was not a good look.
He had a cape like this, and whenever the bull's coming like this, and his sparkles and stuff.
We'll see about them, but let's get
in it. Let's get up in Merla and
Gil. Let's talk about Merla and Gil. And all I'm gonna say is, let me get my 2 cents in. That ain't gonna work.
Dr. Cal said that Gil has the patience.
No, not gonna work.
Balance her out.
Not gonna work.
I feel Dr. Cal got that completely wrong. That is
totally wrong.
That is
She's not going. She wants someone to accompany her as her husband.
Yep.
Not get married. She wants someone to say, "That's my husband," and we do what I say.
Yep.
I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop anything that I want to do for my. She's like, "Oh, you have a dog?" I was like, "Yo, you don't. Even if it's like a love. Remember, she talked about the dogs.
Yep.
Even if it's like, does he slobber a lot? You don't say that off the top.
But why
if I
did
said
they partner her with somebody with a dog? Didn't they ask?
And bald. She's
but
like,
she
yep, and bald.
I can work, huh?
What'd you say, Tanya?
No, I said and bald. Like he's bald, and the dog
like, I don't want a bald
is like whatever.
She's and the makeup, when they put the makeup on her, they show that particular to establish her character as being high fucking maintenance to her friends, to her family, and she's gonna be really high maintenance to him. So he better have some patience, or she better have some nice poom poom to keep him honest or whatever. She needs to be doing something on him to make him go, yes, honey, no, honey, yes, dear, no, dear. Because as far as I'm concerned right now, that's what she wants. She's like, I want it my way, and that's it.
And I'm not
this good-looking, tall. He's tall, dark, and handsome, yeah, but he's got a bald head. Really? You want us to make a bot for you, Mirla? You want a bot? No. We got you as close as you can to what you want. A nice man who's Hispanic, who greets your mother in Spanish.
Amen.
Who's presentable, who has a good job, who's into helping people, who can take care of a pet, who can take care of a dog that he loves, that he's shown that he can love a dog, which is something if you're dating someone, they don't have any pets or whatever, you don't know can they take care of anything besides themselves. But if they have a pet and the pet is well taken, and he loves the pet, he loves his dog, what more do you want, woman? He makes his own money. He does his own thing. He's a nice guy. He's going to treat you with respect. You've been coming from an abused background. I hope she checks herself before she wrecks herself. Yeah. I hope she does. I hope she realizes what she has, because that's a nice brother right there.
I think she wrecked herself at the reception. From the previews that we see coming up, I hope that that's just like those teasers to get you to come in, because she came in way too hot for those friends. But they were looking at her like when she was reading those vows, they were like,
Really? Exactly.
What? Did you see their facial expressions? And I know that could be like some, slick editing too, but it was still like one of those things.
But they have to show that to know that we're not the only ones that are thinking that. Her family people, that's what they're showing it. It's like, oh, you thought that she was acting this demanding. Let's show some audience members having the same reaction that the audience at home would be having.
Yeah.
Like, really? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, shoot. Really? Yeah. She let him kiss him on the cheek.
But you knew that. I was surprised.
She couldn't.
Chris, remember how long it took for him to go in? That was a pause, man.
Yeah. He had to make sure. Mm-hmm. But you would think, and at least he went like this. She went and patted him. I was like, yo, you can't kiss the person that's supposed to spend the rest of your life with. That's going to be your first kiss. He kissed you on the cheek because you turned your head at the. If you're going to start from this day forward, if you're married, start being married. That's to me. That's my whole thing.
Like Michaela and Zach.
I do. From then on, it's not like, oh, we're going to warm up to be married. No. You're married right then and there. So treat, whatever. So
Michaela and Zach, did you see that? Check that kiss when they were doing their first dance, and she was talking, and they were talking. And he just went in.
Yeah, and they were ding, ding, ding. Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, you can see that chemistry.
Yeah,
but I didn't realize how uptight Mirla was. Uptight.
which like I said last week,
I'm not gonna pick up his poop. I'm not gonna walk him in the night and pick up his poop. I'm like, oh, really? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sheeta.
But that's the point. Why would the experts put her with somebody that loves dogs? You had to know that she does not love animals.
Yeah, but he's the only person in Houston probably that could deal with her.
But did you see the
patience.
friends? Did
Who
you
else
see
would
the
you have to
friends? The friends' reactions at the wedding when she walked down and she started talking. The friends' reactions were classic.
Yeah, their facial expressions, but I don't get it. That doesn't make sense because dogs are like people's children.
Yes,
of course.
Why would you pair somebody with somebody that does not like dogs?
Well, she don't like bald men either.
No, that's different. That's different. That's something look, if he's fine enough, you could maybe get over. But dogs that's like a child to people.
I know.
There's no way you can get over that. Either you like them or you don't. What was that?
I could get over them, but I'm not gonna like a child or a dog. Sorry, not sorry.
I mean, I could probably be with somebody that because I like animals, but I'm not gonna have an animal. But I could be paired with somebody that does.
Right.
I would not pair her.
But she's so particular about everything.
But it's not even particular. That's selfish. That's her selfishness. I don't.
Yeah, no, totally. I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. I think
so. That was a dumb thing for them to put him with. So now he has to be stressed about his dog.
But there's no one else. There's no one else they could ever put her with because they need someone with the patience and understanding that really wants to marry and like not going to cheat. And that's the only dude in all of Houston probably that could handle her.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
You think there's someone better that can handle her? No, there's no one. There's no one who can handle it.
The reason I say I don't believe that is because there got to be somebody out there who's just as materialistic as her, just as self-centered as her. And
yeah, I don't worry about that.
So why would you mess him up and make him feel on the offense because you don't like his dog? That's going to be a big thing.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Or she's gonna grow to love that dog.
Yeah, or let the dog go.
That happens too.
I would hope that she would have that kind of empathy in herself to be able to. I mean, the way she's talking about, like, you know, I want every child to have a great education. She says those things, but I don't feel those things.
No, not at all. She's just saying it. Just saying it. I am not a fan of hers whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. So
with her friends, when she was talking about like, no, I'm not kissing him. No, like I didn't realize how uptight she was. She's really uptight, really selfish, and doesn't want to change. She just wants a husband to say she has a husband to help her carry up her Louboutin bags. That's what she wants. She wants someone to help. Oh, my car is. Can you take care of that, please? She wants a husband.
Talking about finances and spending.
Ooh. That's going to be an interesting one. Well, you know, we'll keep our separate accounts, and I'm going to spend what I want to spend. You spend what you want to spend. That's what you're going to say. Like, look, you have to say we're married. Let's start acting like we're married. That means what's yours is yours, and what's mine is mine, and what's ours is ours.
Yeah.
So start thinking in terms of
marriage counseling.
They're gonna need it, and the sex better be bomb to keep them both happy.
I don't feel like she's gonna give into it for a good while.
I don't think so either.
It could. I mean,
she may not even have sex with him.
Terrible.
I think she will.
Maybe on the honeymoon. Not anytime soon.
Yeah, I think she will.
It depends on if she likes him enough. It depends on if she likes him enough or not. You know what I mean?
I do think she finds him attractive. I think she found. Oh, okay. When at the altar, when he was like, "You're beautiful," and she was like, "Thank you," and he was giving her all his compliments. She didn't give him not one.
I know.
She didn't say one complimentary thing to him. Like when Michaela and Zach, they was like, "You're gorgeous too." They complimented each other for each compliment. She did not say a word. Thank you.
Wow.
Because she kept going in her head.
Thank
He's got a bald head. He's got a bald head.
Yeah.
He's got a bald
head.
Ugh. Now what do I have to do? I have to say I do? Oh yeah, I do. Yeah. She didn't look like she wanted to hold his hand walking down the aisle. She didn't look happy. She didn't look like, oh my God, I am married.
But you know what?
Finally.
He didn't look happy either.
No.
He came in with a smile. He did not look happy out there with her.
Because he got to kiss his wife on the cheek and listen to
Trash. All right.
I don't like her.
Garbage.
We'll see how
I think that's still a thumbs down for them, but we'll definitely.
Oh no, they're not going to make it.
I don't think so. I don't. It would have to be a complete 180, and I don't think she has it in her to do that.
I don't think you're right. I don't think she's open enough. And no, she doesn't have it in her.
I mean, you could see the selfishness just reeks off her.
It's all about her, what she wants. All about her. I want him to be this. I want him to be that. What about you? Huh? What about you? You know, like the IKEA guy?
But I keep going back to those Instagram, her Instagram and all those pictures and the pictures of her on the wall. And you would think that person who did all of that is more extroverted. No?
Yeah, but that's what she wants. That's what she wants.
Yeah, but I don't know if on her Instagram, because it's private, has any of those pictures on there.
Yeah, but no, she was showing at the beginning, like one of like the very first episodes.
Oh, like her traveling, right? Or something
yeah,
like that.
she was showing those
You're
pictures.
Right.
She was like, these pictures on my Instagram, and she's all in the bathing suit. She's all like, posing or whatever. I thought, and that's when you were like, oh my God, she's hot. She's that's gonna be the couple. That was our first impression when we saw her the very first time. And she like the complete opposite of what she portrayed in the beginning.
Yes.
Anyway.
So
all right.
I'm looking to find her in her Instagram. Marla. I'm telling you, next week when you watch, think Carrot Top. I'm telling you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, but I'm just thinking that. Yeah, no, Marla and Gil ain't gonna last.
Here it is. Yeah, this says it's her. No, it can't be.
What?
It says it's her.
Yeah, because I don't know her last name.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know her last name, but I know she showed the pictures on the show. If you go back and watch like that Houston intro, she talks about herself and all the pictures, and she has that whole wall of herself. And I mean, I guess that's something that she can do for herself that she just likes for herself.
Yeah,
I don't think 310. I'm surprised she only has 310 followers though.
Because she's not likable.
My name is Bennett.
Anyway, all right, kiddos. Have a great Friday.
And you too. I'm going back to watch Dr. Death, the documentary.
Go watch Dr. Death, and I just finished Hacks.
Love is Blind. I'm telling you, Love is Blind. You gotta watch it.
Love is Blind on what?
It's still. What's interesting? It's not the second season because I couldn't find it. It's the first season, episode 12.
Of what?
Episodes of the first season.
What channel?
It's on Netflix.
Love is okay. I'll watch it.
Love is Blind on Netflix. Yeah.
All right.
Because I started watching the first episode over again just to get familiar with people, and then I was like, okay, I know what happens, and then I skipped ahead, and I was like, oh, this is the new one. So start watching episode 12.
So are they gonna have a season? Because I thought they were gonna have a season 2.
I think they do have a season 2, but this may be the kickoff point before season 2.
Okay. All
right, kiddos.
All right, everybody. Peace out.
Love you guys. Hold on. Let me. Oh shit. Let me end.